Alright, hi guys. So I'm back with another video. I hope you can hear me because my fan is kind of loud, but also it's hot, so I don't want to turn it off right now. But I was going to come to you guys and talk to you guys about some things I wish I knew before starting college. So this is like freshman advice video I would give myself looking back now. They say hindsight is 20/20. Very true. So I guess I should get right into it. Hope you can hear me over the fan, so I'm going to talk like a little bit louder so you can hear me. Okay, so number one, the first thing I wish that I knew before going to college, I feel like this is one that everyone talks about, but like you never need as much stuff as you think you need. But with that being said, I say bring everything anyway because you really and truly won't know what you'll need until you like bring it and realize you don't need it. So it's kind of like trial and error with learning from that. You just have to like learn through experience, because I mean, like, you're always going to bring, either you're not going to bring enough or you're going to bring too much. So I say bring too much, and then next year you'll know what to bring and what not to bring. Sorry guys, my hair. Okay, so the next piece of advice I would give myself would be it's okay if at first you don't do as well as you think you'll do, because one, you have to know like you're adjusting to a new environment and all these new different stimuli, and all, so it's like a really big adjustment, and especially for people who are moving out of state. It's a really big adjustment, especially if you never like lived out of your state before, which that was my experience. But with that being said, anybody can have like a hard time in college, regardless or not if you're like in state or out of state. But yeah, for me, it was definitely quite an adjustment because I was adjusting to like a new set of like customs, like how people live and stuff like that, and acts in different states. So it was definitely an adjustment, and then like adjusting to college itself and the college academia and what professors want from you as opposed to how you were treated and what teachers expected from you. So definitely adjusting to that. And my third thing leading into that was my third thing to like academics. I know that everyone says wait to get your college textbooks, and maybe in most cases you should, but for me personally, waiting was the worst thing that I could have ever done, because first of all, I completely forgot you had to pay for your books. So one, remember that you have to have money to pay for your books, okay? Remember that. Remember that your books are not free unless you're in some type of scholarship program or program that pays for your books. But books are not free and they're expensive. So definitely I would say make sure you plan for that, budget for that. Don't just think about getting things for your dorm. Also think about the fact that you are going to college to like go to school. So supplies, books are expensive and they're really important, because if you don't have them, then teachers aren't like nice. Most like professors aren't like teachers. Teachers will probably be all like, oh, it's fine, we'll figure it out. But professors, they're not as forgiving. You find some really nice ones, but for the most part they're not as forgiving. So you definitely want to have your books in order, or like know going in like what you need and what you don't need. Talk to people that are older than you, or check out different websites, and check through your like school's Facebook page and stuff like that, community Facebook page, to see like what books you will need, what books you won't need, and stuff like that. But definitely, like, if you have a professor, because some professors are like this, they want you to have your book the first day of class. So I ran into that problem because I didn't have my book the first day of class, and so I was freaking out about that. And then on top of that, I didn't realize how expensive they were, and so I ended up having, even with the money, and like, okay, stay away from bookstores. Okay, that's number 4. Stay away from bookstores. But yeah, because the bookstores are overpriced. So that's what I'm saying, is best to like, even if you're not going to get your books now, at least be thinking about the books and looking at different resources and places online where you can get your books. Amazon's a good resource. Like, make sure, okay, in most cases you probably want to rent instead of buy, but in some cases you might want to buy instead of rent, just depending on like what class it is and how much the book is and stuff like that. And if you need the book for more than once, because I know for me, I have a book that I should have just bought straight out, right? But instead I rented it, and I need it again for, next school year. And I know that now, but, if I would have known that back then, I would have just bought the book because it was like literally $20 more to buy it. But yeah, make sure that the books that you're getting, just do your research about your books, basically. That's what I'm saying. Do your research so you won't be caught in the situation that I had myself in, where I had to rush and scoundrel and scavenge to find books and stuff like that. So if you want to do the smart thing and get books held at the bookstore for you, or get books, check out books from the library, but those go fast. So definitely, if you're going to do that, I would say do that as fast as possible, as soon as possible, ASAP. Call your library and ask them for certain books and see if they have them over the summer, so when you go back you won't be so in a rush, because by the time you try to do that, then they're going to be gone because other people already know. So I would say definitely, like, view all your options and tap into all your resources and do your research on what you need, because you just never know. That's why sites like Rate Your Professor are important. So yeah, that was number 3. And I did number 4 too. Don't do the bookstore. Bookstore is your last, I'm talking about the last resort. Don't ever go there and deal with that hoopla. That is trash. They are trash. They will rob you blind. They really will. It's so overpriced. Okay, yeah. So number 5, I would say can't speak. Utilize your meal plan. I know it gets boring and you're just like, I don't want to eat anymore of this stupid meal plan cafeteria food, unless you go to a school that has like quite decent cafeteria food, which I don't. So yeah, make sure you utilize your meal plan, because it will get to the nitty gritty. Also, don't overspend. Don't just like go balling on your meal plan, because you're going to get to the end of the school year, right? And then you might not have that much money left, and then you're going to be begging other people to pay for meals for you, and they might be in the same situation. So, it's always best to like plan. Me, I was lucky enough that I had a lot more meal plan like left over than need be, because they didn't have a lot of options for me, because I'm vegetarian. Well, now I'm vegan, but I was vegetarian then, and they didn't really have that many options, and the food was boring. So I did spend quite a bit of money going out to eat, which I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. Explore your city. But yeah, that leads into number 6. But yeah, so definitely utilize your meal plan as much as possible. Keep track of how much you're spending, stuff like that, so you won't run out at the end of the year when you might really need it, So yeah, so number 6, I would definitely say explore the city you're in. If you're in a new city, even if you're in like a town that's like not too far from your home, definitely explore your surroundings and get to know what there is to do around your city. Don't just stay in your dorm all day. Don't stay on campus all the time, because you're gonna get bored of that, eventually. So definitely get a feel of where you are. So like, if push comes to shove, you get lost, then you know where you are. You know how to get back to school and back to campus. So I feel like that's really important. So yeah, I was lucky enough to go to school in a really cool city in Austin, Texas. So there's definitely always something to do, artist-wise, music-wise. So it was really cool. So it's been really cool, and I'm really excited to go back. Yeah, but yeah, no matter what city you're in, definitely explore it, because you never know what you'll find. And it's so much fun being a college student and exploring. Because you're broke and you have to be creative. Yeah. So number 7, I would say try to be organized. Like, this one was a hard one for me. I learned this kind of like the hard way. Well, not really the hard way, but I kind of had to adjust and realize that I was in charge of my own time management, and I had to really utilize my time much better than I did in high school. I went from not utilizing it all to like optimal utilization, or almost like halfway to optimal utilization of my time and my resources. So yeah, planning definitely comes in handy. If you're not a planner person, because I know personally for me, I'm not. I just have like different lists in my phone of what I need to get done, so I can like quickly check back. Or I like carry a notebook, because like for me, planners just feel too, I don't know. I'll show you what I have. Okay. Planners sometimes can feel too like confined. There's not enough space to write, so I use like notebooks, and I find that it works better for me to use a notebook because there's like a lot of room to write, and you can free write and stuff like that. I'm not that into, you know, journaling or like planning, so I don't do bullet journals or anything like that, but I find that this this notebook really helps a lot. If you're like me, if you need a lot of space to write, I would say get you a notebook like this. And this was only $1 from the dollar store, so they're really inexpensive compared to planners that can run like really high. So yeah, that's what I did, and yeah, so definitely take advantage of planning out things, you know. Don't wait till the last minute to do things. I guess that's number 7. Don't procrastinate. We all do it, and we're all gonna do it again. Like, no matter how much I tell you, no matter how much I tell myself, we all end up procrastinating. But try not to procrastinate too much. Be aware of your procrastination, how much you can procrastinate before it's too late. So that's where time management comes in with that one. So definitely, like, don't procrastinate too much. Be aware of how much you can procrastinate. So you won't end up spending all night, being up all night, working on a project that was given to you a month ago that's now due tomorrow, and you have to do a month's worth of project in one night. Yeah, don't put yourself in that position. Okay, so number 8, I think we're on 8 or 9. I'm really losing track now. But the next tip I would say would be definitely speak to your professors. Like, get to know them. Just ask how their day is going. Definitely utilize your office. Man, the word utilize. I'm going to use it a lot in this video. But definitely utilize their office hours. Go speak to them. Even if it's not about school or anything like that, just make yourself known to them. Because if you decide to go to graduate school, or you decide to like sign up for some program over the summer and you need recommendations, then there you go. You have them right there. But yeah, definitely reach out to your professors and let them know who you are. Especially, I say, if you go to a larger school where it's harder, definitely make yourself known and utilize your office hours. Yes. Number 8, 9. I think this is number 9. Number 9. I really had one in my head and now. Number 9. Okay, number 9. I would say, for me, what I would tell myself when I'm giving you guys, have fun. Have a lot of fun. You're in college. This is like the time where you're trying to figure yourself out or figure a piece of yourself out. So definitely I would say have fun. You know, don't stress out about things too much. Just do what you have to do and get it done, and everything should be fine. But have fun. This is your life. Don't be afraid. Try new things. You know, you're young. Hopefully you might not have that many obligations or any at all. So it's just you figuring out your life. So yeah, have fun. Don't limit yourself. Don't sell yourself short. Okay, so I think this is number 10. Join clubs, do extracurricular activities. I mean, you pay money to go to this school, so use the resources they have. Join things. That's another way you'll make friends. If you're afraid about that, not making friends, the best way to make friends is just to join a lot of things and talk to a lot of people, have lunch with a lot of people. You know, you're surrounded by these people all the time, so you're likely to find someone. So I would just say join a lot of clubs. Find new clubs to join that you would never think to join. You know, you never know where you find your friend and stuff like that, or your group of people. So definitely, I would say join clubs. It really helps in making friends. Go to all the freshman events they have, all the different school events they have. Check out the games, especially if you go to a D1 school or a school where like sports is pretty big. I would say check them out. I don't, but I still go because it's kind of a fun experience. Yeah, so I really can't think of anything else right now, guys. That's all I got. Sorry. Yep, I don't know. That's it, guys. That's all I have. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll check back in with more tip advice type videos, I guess. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.